Hello, hello, hello. How are we doing tonight, guys? So, a couple of you requested that I do this video. And while it wasn't the most requested one, I thought that I would start with this one. And I did notice that she had posted something a few months back in October. So this is, I think, January. Yeah, January of 2017. And back in October, I believe, of 2016, she had put a video that said, quitting my job. Now, I don't know what that one was about. I'm not sure if I should watch that one first. Maybe I'll do that first. Okay, let's try that. Okay, before I begin, this is one of those videos that Shaquana Jefferson was talking about in her most recent video, where Amberlynn just uses one tiny little segment of the video to name the whole thing. So, that said, I wanted to say that what I love about the Amberlynn community is that we are all bonded together on something that makes us all feel so emotional. You know, be it disgust, be it disdain, be it disappointment, fear, humor. All of these feelings are exhibited among the group. And one thing that I have really loved about, in particular, being a reactor, is that the group of reactors, you know, most of us are super tight. And if we're not super tight with each other, there's usually a connection. So, like Michael and I are super tight. The Eggs and I are super tight. Hey Eggs, hey Michael. It's not like we talk all the time, but quite honestly, some of us have been through some shit together. And it's just been really great. And what I also noticed is not only with the reactors, but with you guys, the relationship that we've developed with you guys has just been phenomenal. For the most part, most of you are just the most wonderful, funniest, coolest, smartest people that I know. The stuff that you guys have left in my comments has made me laugh. It's made me think about things. Even the critical comments that you guys have left on my channel have really got me thinking, you know, and so many of you are not afraid to correct me if I'm wrong. And I really do appreciate that. It's invaluable. It really is. And as somebody who has chosen not to completely delve into the history of Amberlynn, there's so many things that I still need to learn. Am I passionate about this whole situation? Heck yeah. Do I hate the girl? No, I don't hate her at all. But I do hate liars. I don't like people who pathologically lie. I have been a victim of being in relationships with pathological liars, and the amount of damage that they do to a person, you know, emotionally, sometimes physically, mentally, is just, it's just one of those things that you cannot understand until you've been there. I would imagine that a lot of us have been there, and I think that's another thing that attracts us to Amberlynn, is that she has so many components of people that we have experienced in our past that we had already learned from, right? So Amberlynn, because of her emotional immaturity, because of her mental immaturity, she is the all-encompassing version of all of these people in our life who have disappointed us, hurt us, made us think. She's an addict, okay? And one thing that I think it's really important to understand about addicts, especially addicts such as Amberlynn, who have come from an extremely challenging childhood, is that as soon as you, and this is something that you learn in places like Al-Anon, and if you don't know what Al-Anon is, it's basically like an AA for the families and friends of people who are addicted to alcohol, okay? So one of the things that you learn in Al-Anon is that when somebody becomes an addict, they basically stop their emotional growth Because if you think about it, when you're an addict, instead of processing your feelings the correct way, you have chosen to rely on a substance to drown those feelings out. So essentially, you're putting your emotions on pause. So as long as she's been a food addict, like a real food addict, probably since she was between the ages of 8 and 12, when she really hit full force, okay? Because a lot of times puberty can really enhance those feelings. And the reason that I can say this with confidence is because I've been there. I've been there. Between the ages of 8 and 12 were some of the hardest years of my life. That's the whole reason that I started with my eating disorder in the first place. Some people choose to binge, but a lot of people have said, and I don't know what the facts are and what aren't. What I do know is that Amberlynn has been saying for a very long time that she was diagnosed with binge eating disorder. So whether or not she has a binge eating disorder, I don't know. Okay? And that's not for me to decide. The only person who can decide that is the therapist she goes to see in person, and as far as I'm concerned, that's never going to happen. But she is for sure an addict, okay? You don't have to be diagnosed to be an addict. And she has clearly shown that she's an addict. Her body has shown that she's an addict. So when you're an addict, you stunt your growth. You stunt your emotional growth. So the second you start using drugs or alcohol or food in this instance to cover up your feelings or to drown your sorrows or to avoid facing certain things, you have officially stopped maturing in emotions. And emotional maturity is the most important component to becoming an adult. You could be physically immature, like you could look like a child at the age of 24, but if you are emotionally mature, then you will go very far in life. Mental maturity is kind of right behind emotional maturity, but a lot of the times somebody can be emotionally mature but also be mentally immature. For instance, somebody who's mentally immature but might be emotionally mature is somebody who's constantly making a joke out of everything, except when they know that there is a serious matter at hand and it's time to not joke. So she is an emotional child. And right behind that is her mental maturity, which is very clearly displayed in the choices that she makes when she goes to Walmart or Target. Let's get started. This is just one section, and we're going to go back to the I quit my job.
How long do you plan on working at that job? Okay, so this is the thing. Destiny wants me to quit my job. Destiny.
The fact that she's talking about her job openly on a forum with thousands of people watching her, that's a very emotionally and mentally immature thing to do. You're talking about quitting your job on a public forum. And especially if your boss knows that it exists, I mean, come on, you know?
Said, we need to talk, I think you should quit. There's several reasons. YouTube is also my job. I have 2 full-time jobs right now. And it's wearing me down, it's for sure. I make
She's not worn down at all.
a lot of money going to work every single day and getting out of the house. It's nice. But I make more money on YouTube.
This is all acting. She's acting right now.
And I'm very just like, I don't know. Destiny mainly wants me to quit for the fact that it's not good for someone my size to be sitting.
I don't think Destiny wanted her to quit. I don't know if that's true.
10 hours a day as I'm sitting right now. When I'm home, I'm actually, like, and not vlogging, I'm actually up and doing things and, like, having a good old time. I'm cleaning or playing with my...
This is a performance of a lifetime, guys. None of this is true.
Animals or just organizing or doing
Yes, it's very clear.
Something. Like, I feel like...
She's getting her ideas from just what's around her.
ever since I moved here, like, I'm just, like, a different person in the sense of, like, I'm just tired of sitting. I'm sitting now because I'm fixing to get ready to go to bed. Like, I'm about to shred my shit off of me and go to sleep. I am just exhausted. But the point of this is, like, I don't want to quit. I do not want to quit. Shred my shit off of me and go to sleep. I am just exhausted. But the point of this is, like, I don't want to quit. I do not want to quit my job. I have 2 jobs that I want to keep. And I mean, I could definitely live off of YouTube for sure. Like,
she couldn't.
Destiny could quit. We could live off my YouTube money for sure.
She did it twice, kids. Twice. That was a straight up effing lie. At this point in her career, there's no way.
Sure, but it's like, I don't want to do that. I love going somewhere and working every day. I like that. And I like the people I've been working with. And I like the environment. Yes, it's fucking up my back. And my feet and my legs keep getting swollen. And it's like, I feel like if I start, losing weight more, that'll help with my feet, my back, my legs, my this, my that.
Well, you haven't really done that, have you?
But how long do I plan on working at that job for? Honestly, I don't know. I plan on doing YouTube forever, and that is one of my jobs. As for what else I'm doing, I'm good at it. I'm good at what I do, and they need me there, and I need them. I don't really need them, but I feel like I need them in the sense of, like, sanity, because I don't want to just be locked in my house all day doing YouTube videos. I know that sounds bad, but it's true. I want to be able to do YouTube videos, but also go somewhere,
Alright, you guys, I am going to continue the Amberlynn job debacle in a part 2. So stay tuned. I will have that out shortly, and I appreciate your patience in this. I just didn't want to be posting an hour-long video over Amberlynn and her need to quit her job and brag about how much money she makes. Okay. Alright. Peace, love, justice. I will see you guys in a little bit. Take care. Bye-bye now.